6 cornerbacks. They are Jason Verrett, Emmanuel Mosley, K'Wan Williams, Diamador Lenore, Ambry Thomas, and someone named Davontae Harris, who we were all expecting to be Dante Johnson. And it's possible that there was a clerical error, and instead of writing Dante, they wrote Davontae, and they were so embarrassed. They were like, well, let's just roll with it. I don't know. What do you think of this 6?
The first 4, I'm really feel pretty good about. The starters are really good. Diamador Lenore, I think, is going to be a starter for this team next year in a couple of different positions. And I haven't given up on Ambry Thomas quite as much as everybody else. I still like him. I just think he needs
I do too.
He needs to continue to improve. So I think that's a group. When we were looking at this back around right after the draft, we're like, ooh, that might be a tough one there, because what are you going to do if any of those starters get hurt? But I think Lenore's shown that he could probably be a decent starter if he needs to be, and Thomas could be a solid backup.
He looks like he could play the nickel too, which is clutch.
Yeah, and he just does such a good job of just getting up on top of guys and being able to run with them. So I'm really impressed with him. I didn't know enough about him, after the draft and stuff like that to really have much of a feel for him. But as we've seen him out there, he's done really well.
Yeah, absolutely. And that brings us to Davontae Harris. Now, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe he's really good. I guess he played for Fangio. That's something. I think.
Did he play for?
Did he?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I know he came from Baltimore. I don't know where he was.
I don't know anything about. He was in Baltimore. He's been on some teams. I don't know. I think they could have went with 5 corners here, but maybe he's great at special teams.
Yeah, well, yeah. Hopefully he is. That's probably the only way he's going to get on the field. So hopefully he is.
I guess I want to. My instinct is to go through the roster and make a list of players that are on this team that wouldn't be on any other team. I think the Niners are too good to have a Davontae Harris on their team, because I don't think anyone else wants. He was available on the couch, and the Niners picked him up late August. I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, that's an interesting one, because I don't even recognize the guy's name or anything like that, or even remember seeing 40 on the field.
No,
other than Josh, when it was Josh Hokett.
That's right. Who knew? Lil Lord Stewie says, did Sunday's game against the Raiders look like a Super Bowl team? They went against the Raiders backups. Yeah, these preseason games, trying to analyze them is a fool's errand. Come on.
Yeah, the 49ers are a good team, but don't take anything out of what you saw on Sunday. No. I think that's going to transition to the regular season. I don't think.
I really think the Niners haven't shown their play action package yet. I mean, they've shown some stuff, but it's very basic. And they've shown a little bit of their zone read stuff, but when they get all of that going together, it's going to be fantastic. Can't wait.
Yeah, this is going to be a really good team.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fun team to watch. I can't wait to really see them, week 1.
It's going to be the best 2-quarterback team ever. Imagine if they go into the playoffs with this setup, and they actually go on a run, and every drive they got guys going, they got 5 and 10 switching off, like tag teaming. Wouldn't that be freaking cool if it worked? It would be kind of cool if they were like a WWF tag team, and they just happen to do it. It would be pretty cool. Yeah.
If you who was it? I think the last I heard this week was the Dolphins. I think it was in '82 were the last team to do something like this. When they went to the Super Bowl, it was a strike short year, and they had Don Strock and David Woodley, and they were rotating. I think they're rotating every series.
Here's the thing. Well, I know we're not supposed to talk about quarterbacks. We're going to get there. But I wrote an article about this last year about why I think this is actually kind of the future of football, of offensive football. Now, I never thought it would be one guy making $27 million, the other guy the third pick. The whole idea is this is a good way to go cheap at the position. You go do the committee, same at running back. And if you got a guy who's really just an outside the pocket zone read guy, which is kind of what Lance is right now, that's fine. You can work with that. And if you got a guy who's like Jimmy, who's really limited outside the pocket, but he's pretty good inside the pocket, well, good. You can use them both. It's just, it's a very expensive quarterback room. If the Niners have success, other teams could do it in a more cost-effective way. I'm excited. This is a good thing for football, I think.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's something that they can do. It's going to be interesting to see how this whole thing plays out and how long they can actually pull this off. It's going to be, that's what I'm interested in seeing.
Yeah. How long is it tenable? Coach says, okay, I got to go. One last thing, Grant. What happened to Ambry being the best corner in this team outside of Verrett after you saw 3 good reps in camp? laughing. My bad. I was wrong. What I want to say about Ambry is he's good in the one-on-ones, which is why I won't write him off. He wins reps against Debo. So I know he's figuring it out. That tackle, whoo!
Well, that's what's frustrating with him though, is because he does that in practice against Debo Samuel and Brandon Ayuk and those guys, but then he gets into the game and it's like he can't like close that gap like he does in practice. He needs to carry that over to the games.
So I think it will translate eventually. Anyway, anyone who can win those one-on-ones as a corner, I'm interested in because it's really difficult. Like for example, Lenore gets worked in that drill. And he's still good. He can find a way to make a positive impact in 11 on 11s. Ambry is the one breaking up passes in that drill, and he's just lost in 11 on 11s. Dante Pettis was the one-on-one all-star too. It doesn't always mean you can play 11 on 11 football, but Dante's issue was I don't think he liked the idea of running across the middle. He didn't know where the hit was coming from. He didn't want to do that. Ambry, I can't say what his issue. Why is it not translating for him? Is it just he's like doing different? He's basically saying, look, I'm used to playing press man and cover two, and this is different. So it's like new techniques.
Yeah, I think he just kind of gets caught in between them when they're in full team drills. I think he just kind of gets in between there.
Yeah, good question, Coach. NM says 49ers should trade for Beathard a lot of potential.
That's a great one. That's awesome.
Absolutely. Ramon says before end of show, can you do a practice squad prediction? What is it? 16 people? No, that's terrible. I can't do that.
We don't even know. We don't even know the rules.